And is your hair butter really the lick?
We are so anti showing our natural hair that we'd rather wear a bad wig than
Then
show our
don't,
hair.
yeah.
How committed you are to giving yourself the life that that little girl inside of you deserves to live.
Shan was living soft life before we were talking about it
Yeah, I'm a
online.
soft babe.
Welcome to Make Sense with Melzy, where we make sense of the world we live in through real culture conversations. We have an amazing guest today. I've probably not seen her for at least, I'd say 3 years. All I've seen her do is travel the world like a princess, and I need to know how. She is a hair entrepreneur making waves in Birmingham and beyond. Welcome the gorgeous Chantel Sachanna.
That was really nice, Melzy. That was really special. Thank
I've
you.
got to do you a little special intro. How are you, love?
I'm really good.
You look great.
So do you.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Yeah.
10 for you too, babes. Queen support queens over
Yes,
here.
yes.
Now, I think when I initially met you, you were like life coach.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing a lot of motivational speaking. You've actually been on New Star Radio as well,
I
like
did. You did interview me back in the day.
back in the
Back in the
day.
day.
Back in the
Yeah.
day. You're not doing much life coaching at the moment, are you?
I actually stopped life coaching a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I started off doing life coaching and then transitioned into more business coaching and then set up a new business which took over my life.
Took over your life.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're being a life coach,
Yeah.
it's quite a lot of giving, isn't it?
A lot of giving.
You're
yeah.
giving your energy. And I feel like some people need a life coach. Some people don't know what direction to go into their life. How did you kind of pinpoint that when you were a life coach?
Do you know what's so interesting? When I started life coaching, I didn't even know it was a thing. This was before like the life coaching era. So this would have been around maybe about 2015. And I had transformed my life to the point where like my friends and family saw a huge difference in me. I was happy, I was brave, I was traveling the world solo. I was like just like I had just changed because of all the work I had done on myself. And I got to that point where I really wanted to share it. I really wanted to help other people how to be brave, how to be fearless, how to go after what they want. So I got into life coaching because I really just wanted to be in a space of service. You know, I looked around the world and I saw that there were a lot of women who were just depressed, who were feeling a bit helpless, who were just not happy. But I really had a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
And I wanted to spread it.
Yeah.
And that's how I really got into life coaching, just a desire to spread the joy that I'd created for myself. And I just found out that the term was life coaching. So I packaged it up.
Right.
And then I went out and I sold my services.
In terms of like being happy, I would describe myself as quite a happy person. Just naturally just happy, energetic. You've known me for a couple of years. I'm just naturally just a happy Hannah. And people always ask me like, how are you so happy? How are you so positive? So for you, how did you get to your happy place?
Meditation.
Oh.
I was really overthinking. I like to the point where it was driving me crazy. Overthinking about the negative things that had happened to me. I went online, like how to stop my thinking. Meditation came up. I went to the Birmingham Library to take out a book, and I read a book on meditation, and it had exercises in that book, things to do. I started with candle meditation,
Okay, what's
where
that?
you literally light a candle and you watch the flame, and you watch the flame move and dance, and you just focus on the flame. And I was like, wow, where are my thoughts? Like my thoughts had just gone, and it was I can't really put into words, but it was a very beautiful feeling. And then I had a Buddhist temple not far from me.
Oh,
So then I
wow.
took it to the next level and I started to meditate with monks, Buddhist
Okay.
monks, who taught me about just clearing your mind and releasing your
Mm.
thoughts and being detached from thoughts and feelings, and I was just really still. And for me, releasing that overthinking just threw me into so much joy and
Yeah.
bliss and freedom. And so now I've always been a happy person. But like everyone, like I've been through so many things and trauma.
Mm.
And so for me, it was like sometimes you get to a point where it all mounts up.
Yeah.
And
It's like you're boiling. It's like a boiling
yeah,
pot, isn't it?
and so for me, it was like releasing everything, but like really letting everything go. And I
Mm.
just felt light and happy and joyful. And other people saw it in me.
Because sometimes people can see it before you
They can
even
see,
see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do. I have tried some meditation. I do think it works when you do it consistently. I feel like you can't just do meditation on a Monday and then go back next Monday, unless you probably need to calm down in that specific moment.
Yeah.
But I do find when you do it over like a 30-day period, your mind does start to clear out, and it's wild how much we overthink. Because my
Yeah.
overthinking's wild.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can be negative as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to stop yourself and be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
whoa, why are you thinking
Yeah.
worst case scenario?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll go to death. I'll
Mm.
think about bananas, then it'll think then corned beef and rice, then fish me I cook later, then my bread, I'm gonna see next
Yeah.
week to,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what if she dies on the way here? Like it's
Wow.
wild.
That's
So
wild. Yeah, that's wild stuff.
it's wild, girl.
Wild.
So I've had to quiet myself and my mind through meditation. I do think that's really, really helped.
Yeah.
But not everybody can sit in silence.
Because it's a discipline that a lot of people just can't discipline themselves to do, because you do have to sit there even when your thoughts are still there, and even when you're thinking this isn't working, it's the discipline to push yourself through it. And I think it is a discipline.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And a lot of people might meditate once and think, oh, that was nonsense, or it hasn't worked for me. Like, you need to keep going. You need to just get still and keep practicing until you are in a position where you can sit down, close your eyes, and you could be in the worst mood, but within 10 seconds, you got a big smile on your face
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Because the sadness, you might sit down and meditate because you're feeling sad about something. But the minute you sit down and allow your thoughts to not penetrate, you can forget about the thing that you were sad about. And then once you sit in that moment, you realize that there's actually no sadness in this moment. The sadness might be in the past, or it might be in the future.
Yeah.
But it's not actually here.
No. So why are you even thinking about
Why are
it?
you even thinking about it?
Why is it even there?
And I do think it's human nature for us all to think about bad things. It actually keeps us safe to a
It's
degree.
like a protective layer, isn't it, to a certain extent?
Yeah, because your body always wants to keep you safe. So when you think about the fear, it stops you from taking those actions just to keep you safe. But sometimes you've got to just sit and be still and allow those thoughts and feelings to just dissolve and come back to who you really are. And who you really are is a joyful, positive, happy person. I think we all are that at
We
the
are
core.
all that, but I think some people can get drawn out than others. That's what I've noticed. Like
Yeah,
some people can be
100%.
poked
100%.
and they react to that, and then their whole day, their whole week, they're angry, they're upset, and they kind of project that onto other people. But then you've got other people that can be poked, and it's like, whoa.
Can't poke me.
You can't
Can't
poke me. And
Yeah.
especially when, because I know I've been going through a bit of a time, probably towards like December, November last year, where I was going through this leveling up and progressing and just trying to elevate. And as I'm trying to elevate and continue to be more positive, the poking was like a stabbing.
You know what? You know,
It's wild.
it is wild. Do you know one thing that my mum always told me? To hold on to your power, like don't give your power away. Like my mum went through so much in her life and she never gave her power away.
Okay.
And the power away is your happiness. So the minute you let other things poke you and jock you up and it's like you have to remember that, like, don't let anyone poke you up. Don't let situations jock you up.
Yeah, right.
Just stay in your zone, like stay who you are. And like, I don't like making other people, even like if I'm like driving in my car and like someone beeps me or something, someone might swear at you, I smile. Because
See,
I
I'll be
don't-
like, yo!
No, because I don't even know who you are. You're a stranger to me.
Yeah. So
why am I going to give
reacting?
you my power? And now I'm left with this negative feeling. And you're on your way, and I've still got to deal with this feeling.
it's
I
true,
don't
it's
even
true.
know who you are.
Yeah, it's true.
That's expensive, isn't it?
That is expensive.
expensive.
But then how many times does that actually happen to us humans? All the time. All the time. When someone pokes you and we react. And what I have noticed is, during this period of elevation, is that when I don't react, people don't know what to do.
Just breathe.
I had someone come up to me the other day, I'm pissed
breathe.
off with you. Really?
Why?
What's wrong?
Why?
Me?
You? Lovely Melzy.
Lovely Melzy.
Why?
What's wrong? Talk to me. You know, but I think because I approached it in such a calm manner, because I don't like confrontation.
Oh
Shan.
God, I can't stand it. I run away from it. I'm a
Me
coward,
too.
really. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Can't stand
When
it.
it comes to confrontation,
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm running.
I'd rather not even entertain the conversation than entertain the confrontation. I'll just go the opposite direction.
I don't even confront people no more, you know.
Why? Why is that?
I just observe people. I observe them. I allow them to show me who they are. Once they've showed me who they are, I understand that is just who they are. I think at our big age, a lot of people aren't changing or won't even entertain the idea of changing.
Change. Deep.
And everything that you say to them, they'll receive it as a threat, as a disrespect. So now I really just observe people. If I don't like what someone's done, I kind of would just let you be. But to be honest, I'm very, very, very blessed that confrontation is not something that I even have to consider, because I genuinely don't have crazy people around me,
I hear that.
which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why is because I've selectively removed myself from people who would put me in a position where I have to continuously confront you.
Okay.
I just think that's quite a lot of energy.
A
that
lot
I
of
don't
energy.
really have.
Yeah. And sometimes you need to confront it once, and then that's it. If the actions don't change, your behavior doesn't change, then move on.
Yeah.
But I'm too forgiving. That's what I've realized about myself. I have too much empathy for other people, and sometimes by having too much empathy for other people, I consider their feelings sometimes before considering mine, because I know I'm going to be good. But as I'm stepping out into that season of, no, it's selfless time, it's Melzy's time, big Melzy, not the little one.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a little different. I can't do it. My spirit doesn't allow me to do it. So it's quite interesting how when you are trying to elevate, that changes. But then some people take advantage of that and know that you're a kind person, know that you might not back them up, and just try and poke you anyway.
That doesn't really happen to me.
Lucky for you.
Do you know what? I don't really need to confront people, but I feel that my energy is very no nonsense at the same time. I can't quite explain it, but people don't really try me. They don't really try me.
Try
Try me. People don't, if I'm honest, people don't really try me, you know.
Never, Shan.
Not really.
Someone's probably tried you, but you've
Like,
just not even given them 5 minutes.
Can you give me an example
Okay, let me give you an
of
example.
what would qualify as someone trying me?
One of your friends probably projecting and being angry with you when they're angry about their own situation.
None of my friends ain't got angry with me and you.
Yeah, but you've got that. I know your friend circle anyway.
We don't get angry.
You're not.
We're softies.
You're all softies. Do you get what I mean? Say if someone swore at you, or I saw someone try and swine on you,
Do you
grab
know
me.
what?
Go on.
I will give you an idea, an example. But I was embarrassed about this.
Okay.
But and then I was not. So
Spill the tea,
okay,
girl.
this happened. This happened ages ago. This was the last time someone drew me out. So I'm driving, and there's a guy walking across the road, but he's not looking. So I keep driving because I've got right of way.
Because you're a driver.
But he nearly walks into my car, and then he kicks my car. He kicked my car.
No, he did not.
He did. A big man. So I got out my car. Of course I did.
Of course you did.
And I said to this man, yeah, look, because I checked. There wasn't anything wrong with my car. But I went over to him and I said, you're lucky. You're lucky. Because it would have been different if you had done something to my car. And he just started swearing. And I just walked off. Right. And I had to confront him because you kicked my car.
You kicked my car.
Like, obviously, a lot of my friends were like, Shan, what if he did something to you? What if he did something to you? And obviously, he could have done. But in that moment, I was disgusted that he kicked my car. The rankness of it.
That's rank.
So that was the last time I confronted somebody.
Wow, that's probably a long time as well, isn't it?
It wasn't actually that long.
Okay. So Shan is dealing with confrontation. She's standing on business.
You know what? Yeah, but I must say that's probably the only time. That's the first time that's happened to me in a long time. And so I that was kind of out of character for me to even like get out the car, because I would have just carried on. I would have saw the damage and saw that there wasn't any damage and carried on. There wasn't any damage, but I still went over to him like a bad girl.
Yeah.
And I said, you're lucky.
Sometimes.
And you know what? Every now and then,
You got to pop your...
because I'm still from where I'm from.
Yeah. Shan basically said, let me translate. Shan said, I'm still from the ends. Don't get it twisted. I'm a princess from the ends.
I'm a
Princess Diana.
99.999% of the time. But I'm still from who I am.
Yeah.
Disrespect is always... And I can handle disrespect when I realise that it's more about you than
you.
me, right?
Yeah.
But you kicked my car.
You kicked my car. Who do you think you are?
Something had to be said.
You had to say it.
So that was the last time. I was a little bit embarrassed that I got out my car and I actually approached a grown-ass man who was like very big and tall. But at the same time, sometimes you need little reminders that you're able to stand up for yourself.
Yes, I
as
agree.
and when. And I feel that was like my little reminder saying, Shan, you're still a real bad girl.
You're still a bad girl.
I really don't want to have to show my bad girl.
Like
I'm just living a life of softness where I just want to push it down and down. But as and when, if it ever needs to reveal itself, it will do what it needs to do.
No, and I think that's like such a valid point, because it's like, I don't want to be this person towards you, but everybody can go there.
Oh God,
and some people go to different levels than other people.
I just hope I'm never ever pushed.
I don't want to have to come out of my feminine energy and turn into be a masculine. Do you get what I mean? Tap into that masculine energy. And I feel like there's so much criticism around like black women being like aggressive or being loud or complaining or this or that. And it's just kind of like, a lot of us have been poked a lot and have to really fight behind not having to defend ourselves. And it stems from having to stand up for ourselves constantly. Yeah. So I just think it's quite interesting that we don't want to go there.
We really don't. We actually just want to be so soft and so special and juicy and delicious. We actually want to be that. Yeah. But sometimes we've gone through things that keeps making us have to step out of that. Yeah. And I do feel that we can still be that though. 100%. We can still be that. And I think it's about choosing what's going to trigger us today. That's why we do need to do whatever inner work you have to do to make sure that you remember to breathe. Breathe. I've got the power and I'm not handing it over to you today. And every time we get angry and ratty and all them kind of things, you've subconsciously handed your power away. So you just take it back and just breathe and just allow people to do what they're going to do. You don't need to react to it.
No raining around here. We like sunshine. So before we talk about you traveling like a baddie for the last however many years,
Yeah.
let's do what don't make sense and what
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
So basically, it's just you talking about something that don't make sense to you, and then something that does make sense to you.
Okay.
What don't make sense to you?
Um, Probably like people who continuously complain about things
Oh.
that they can change or that they can't change. So it's like you keep complaining about something that you can change because you forget that you actually have the power. So like stop complaining and go figure out how to change it. Or if you can't change it, then just move on and let it go and focus on something nicer. So in a nutshell, complaining really, yeah.
Yeah, I find
I
that
think people who
like
complain a lot don't really have capacity. I can't really be around
no,
complainers.
especially
No.
if we're talking about the same thing over
Oh
and over
God,
and over and
no.
over
It's
again.
embarrassing.
And I think also to add to that point is some people are naturally moaners, you know. I feel like
Yeah.
I used to be a moaner when I was younger, and I had
Yeah.
to break that generational curse.
It's a generational curse. It's a generational curse.
Generational
It's a
curse.
generation. It's a
To
good. It
always
is.
like moan about, oh, this is not right, oh, this is not right, oh, this is not right. It's a negative mindset, whether you want to look at it or not.
Yeah.
If it's a particular situation that you're moaning about, then at some point you have to change it. Because otherwise, even me sometimes, I might speak to my friends about a specific topic and they'll call me out and they'll be like, Mel, you spoke about this last week. I'm not having it
Yeah.
today.
Gotta.
You
Gotta.
gotta cut it.
You
And you
gotta.
have
You
to
gotta
remind
nip it.
yourself to be like, actually, no.
Yeah.
Let me not stay in kind of like remaining gratefulness.
Yeah, I think complaining is really embarrassing. Like, I'm at that stage now where if I find myself complaining, it makes me feel really icky
Yeah.
and embarrassing
Yeah.
because I realize that I'm being the victim, and being the victim is embarrassing for me to exist in that space of, the
This
world
has happened to me. That is, yeah.
Nah, I just kind of like, if I can change it, then I'll work towards changing it. If I can't change it, I leave it where it is, and we just keep it moving. Do you know what I mean?
I love that. I love that. So we're not like nobody that can complain every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
right? Not today, Sally. What does make sense for you?
The mindset that the world is a beautiful and amazing place. You can have what you want, traveling, giving yourself an amazing quality of life, doing everything you want to do, always focusing on the good things. Yeah.
You're just a positive Patty Shan.
That makes so much sense to me.
Do you feel like you needed to see the world through a different lens before getting to that space?
I've always believed that you get to create heaven or hell. People think that, hell is somewhere where you go to when you die if you've been a bad person. Some people are consciously choosing hell right now. And I believe that once you realize that you can create heaven, you go out, you get it, and you figure out, okay, what does heaven look like to me? So for me to be happy, what kind of life do I need to live? How much money do I need to earn? What kind of experiences do I have to have? And then you write it all down, and then you put a plan together, and then you go and you get it.
And vision boards as well and stuff like
yeah,
that.
vision
Obviously,
boards
it's
are great.
January, it's the new year. A lot of people are going to be setting goals and trying to like remain motivated. And I think what's been good personally for me this year is that, well, last year, shall I say, is that I never stopped. It never stopped at like, oh, January, New Year's resolution. It's just like the goals just continued.
do.
Because sometimes you put pressure on, by January, I'm going to start this. My birthday, I'm going to start this. And I think sometimes there's a beauty in having those consistent goals and that just rolling over rather than applying that pressure in January. And by March, you're not even looking at your goals and seeing what I go on.
It's mad, yeah, because I like when I quit my job in 2017, I wrote down all the goals that I wanted to achieve. And I thought it was going to take me like 6 months, but it didn't. It took me a lot longer than 6 months. And what I realized in that moment was you have to have your goals, have all the timelines if you want, but they're just a guideline. You have to become a person who takes time out of the equation and just commit to, I'm going to keep going until. We
Yes.
just keep going. Okay, you didn't hit it in January. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Because, like, in all honesty, if I knew how long it was going to take me to hit my goals when I quit my job, when I was so delusional, thinking it was going to take me a matter of months, if I knew how long it was actually going to take me and how much work was actually going to be required of me, I would never have quit my job. Because my job was cushy and it was comfortable and it was safe and it
Safety.
paid all the bills, it
Yeah.
paid the mortgage.
Yeah.
And then when I quit my job, I thought, yes, in a few months' time, I'm going to be exactly where I want to be. And it just did not work out like that.
Wow.
So for me, and I've got it in my office, I've got it in my wall, keep going until, but until has no deadline.
Okay.
It's got to be ... And you keep going until you where you want to be.
Interesting.
You just got to keep going, keep going, keep going. I give myself, right, billions
Yeah.
of second chances.
You have to.
Like billions.
You have
like
to.
I could have a day and I could written 5 things that I want to achieve. I might have only achieved one. And I remember I used to beat myself up so bad that I didn't achieve one thing, that the next day I was filled with so much negativity that I just had a bad next day. I really press restart all the time now because I realize that what I want to achieve is going to require positive energy. I've got to be feeling good, right? So if I have a day where I haven't achieved things and I've got to the end of the day and I'm like, ugh, I'll be like, Shani, I love you. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's have a good sleep and let's
Yeah.
do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's giving yourself grace, giving yourself second chances all the time.
Yeah.
And really just becoming a really good person to yourself.
My friend last year but could see that I was applying pressure because it's that thing of getting things done by a certain date, getting this in place, that in place. And sometimes you do talk a little trash about yourself. And she said to me, would you talk to your friend like that if your friend was telling you about what she's achieved this year?
Yeah.
I was like,
it gets
no,
real, doesn't it?
I wouldn't. She's like, because I know you not to be a bad friend. So I know
Yeah.
when I come and talk to you about my stuff, you're positive Patty. I need you to be more positive Patty to yourself. But I didn't, like you just didn't clock it. Like I've got that level of confidence. Yes, I'm confident in X, Y, and Z, but everyone still has their own insecurities and
Yeah.
applies extra layer of pressure to themselves. So when she said that to me, I was just like, it's not left my brain since then.
I'm really kind to myself. Probably too
Yeah.
kind sometimes.
No, but it's good though.
But I am really kind. Like the relationship that I've got with myself is something that I treasure. I cherish myself and I cherish the relationship because I just know what it's like and how I feel when I beat myself up. And when I beat myself up, I don't even want to do nothing.
Yeah.
It just puts me so low that I'd rather stay in bed.
Yeah.
So I know that, and everyone's different. That's why you've got to know who you are as a person. I know that some really like masculine people, they beat themselves up and that fires them up. Come on, you're just a piece of, go get it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't talk to myself like that. I'm like, ouch, Shani, Shan. Like you got to know what energy you operate in. I'm a soft babe.
You're
I'm a soft
Shan
babe.
is
I'm a soft babe.
Shan was living soft life before we were talking about it online.
I'm a soft babe. Like I just know that I don't like no one to be hard with me. I don't like anything. Like if you're coming to check me, please do it softly.
So okay then.
I'm a soft babe.
So say if someone comes to you
Yeah.
and they don't approach you softly,
Yeah.
how do you respond? Because you need to give us
hang
the tips
up.
and tricks.
I say I don't want to have this conversation, and I hang up.
Really?
Maybe I need to work on that, but yeah.
So what if it's face to face? Is it like I'm not entertaining this
I'm not
conversation?
entertaining this conversation.
When you have calmed down, I will come in.
Yeah, every single time. I don't shout. I haven't raised my voice in a very long time.
Wow.
I'll just be like, okay, all right. But also, I'm trying to save myself from shouting. So for me, it's like if you're trying to approach me and I don't like the energy in which it's on, I'm gonna say, babe, let's talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you don't even have to tell them to lower your tone.
I, don't-
Because
I
I'd be like, lower your tone.
no, I don't even say that. Like, here's the thing, yeah. My personality, if you love me and you want me to receive this information, I need softness because I'm a soft babe, right? And so I'm going to tell you how I need you to communicate with me so I can hear you. And I live my life through that. If you really want me to change, you need to bring yourself to where I am so I can hear you. Because if you're loud and shouting, I won't even be able to hear you. All I'm going to want to do is flee from the situation. So people say, oh, I want to help my friend change, but you're not ready to meet them where they are. So how can that message even penetrate?
Like, make it make sense.
So, and that's why, like, as much as I require softness, I'm also very soft towards other people as
Love
well.
that,
So
love
if
that.
I think I can help you, I'm gonna become so soft where you're not even gonna see it as advice. We're just having a chit chat. But I'm gonna wrap my thoughts and my advice in chit chat, in girly chit chat.
With some bows, some
Yeah, and a
flowers.
drink and a vibe. Because I don't
Yeah.
ever want you to think that I'm a threat.
Yeah, that's a valid
Because a
point.
relationship can't thrive if you think I'm always gonna be no. But I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But you're not even gonna know.
You're full blown soft babe.
Oh yeah.
So, as a soft babe, what's the top 5 things you need in your life?
Okay. Top 5 things that I need in my life. Safety.
Oh,
I need to feel really safe with every single person. A man. I need to feel so safe. Like, I need to trust you with my life.
okay.
I have not been in a situation with a man where I haven't trusted him in, I don't even know then the last time. I got to trust you completely because you're so consistent. Your words and your actions align. I feel that your life's purpose is to love me and cherish me. That puts me in my softness. If I don't feel that about a man, then like we just are not gonna
Get on.
last more than a week.
Yeah.
I need to feel safe around you and I need to trust you. And the other thing is, I need to feed the version of me that can maintain her softness. So what that is I know that I'm a dynamic, multifunctional woman, right? All parts of me are not soft, right? There is a beast in me.
Yeah, because obviously
That-
you've got a business, so you would have to tap into
but
certain
there's
things.
also a bitch
Oh, yeah.
in me, and I don't need to pretend that I'm this soft, angelic woman who is only soft to the core. Like, no, I've got everything in me. So I know, because I know that, I understand. All right, how do I turn the volume off of that and turn the volume up on the woman who I actually want to be? And I want to be soft. So I have to feed her. So she needs regular holidays.
We are going to be talking about her holidays.
She needs affirmation where she's telling herself nice things and the people who love her. So everybody around me knows my love language because I've told them. My friends know.
Okay.
Everybody knows. And I tell them, if you to love me, this is what I need.
That is so interesting.
I make a very point that if you're in my life, you're gonna know my love languages.
So
We're
how
gonna
do you
the
tell
test.
someone that that's their love language?
We
or...
actually do the test. So me and all my friends have done the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all of my besties' love languages, and I serve them on their love language. Every man that I'm with, or
There's no excuse, and that's still a powerful tool.
because it holds me accountable too. Because if you don't know your man's love language, then you're just gonna think he doesn't appreciate you. No, it's not that he doesn't appreciate you, but you're loving him in a way that doesn't really speak to his soul necessarily. So when you know his love language, you can love him there and
Yeah.
meet him where he is.
Yeah.
And then when he knows yours, he can love you where you are too. And there's no excuses. So a lot of girls might say, for instance, complain that their man didn't get them a really nice gift for their birthday. Maybe you got them a gift, but not a really.
Yeah.
It's because their love language is gifts, but his might not be.
Right.
His love language could be quality time. So the fact that he was with you on your birthday, planned a nice day, he thought he was ticking boxes. But babes, he didn't know that your love language was gifts. So as much as you got all the quality time, it's like, but where's my gift? Where's my present? And you're standing there with your hands out. But he thought he fulfilled the brief. But he didn't
He didn't.
in your eyes, because he didn't give you the present. So when you tell your boyfriend, babes, just so you know, my love languages are gifts and words of affirmation. So now he knows how important it is to you.
That's deep to actually find that out about your friends
Oh yeah.
and your partner, to really be able to love them in the right way. Because
Oh, yeah.
oftentimes people get into relationships and not only are they not compatible, but also they might not know how to love that person. And it's got to come from them.
Everything makes sense when you find out their love languages. You can be like, that guy's so superficial. He wants me to get him something all the time, like a little gift or something. Like, but me just being here is enough. When you realize that, but babe, that's their love language. It's not superficial to want a physical thing. So now it's okay. If his love language is gifts, for instance, I know I keep saying it, but now it's about finding out what are the little thoughtful things that I can get
thoughtful,
him,
not the big
and not
designer
like the big
stuff.
Louis Vuitton or stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's okay. His love language is gifts, and in your head you might have pre-considered that to be a superficial thing, but he's not necessarily asking you for the big things. It's just go and bring him back a cake if you're out in a supermarket. If you see like a drink that he likes, bring him back a gift and see how happy he gets.
So we said affirmations, traveling, love languages.
One of the ways I can keep myself soft and why I literally can walk around in my softness is because I really trust myself. I trust that I'll make the right decisions in my life. I trust that I've really got my back. I trust that I live in a world with really kind people. I trust that no matter where I go, I'll always figure it out. I trust that whatever dreams I have, if I want to make it happen, I can make it happen. So it's that I don't live in fear. I don't live in anxiety. I just live in
Soft life.
everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like everything, and do you know what? Everything is always okay.
Everything is always
Everything
okay.
works out,
And
right?
the worrying and the overreacting is just an overreaction and worrying.
Yeah, it's a bit
'Cause
dramatic.
it always is.
It's dramatic.
And I've been a drama queen from way back
Yeah,
when.
me too, babe. I'm a drama queen. And I tell people that I'm a drama queen as well.
Yeah.
And I will like take accountability by saying I'm really sorry, I'm such a drama queen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a drama queen, but at the same time, I recognize that for me to live this soft life that I love so much, I really just have to be really calm about everything and understand that whatever I want is mine. And if it's not for me, it's okay.
That's okay too.
That's okay too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just a few things.
Living the
for the
soft life.
softness.
Well,
Was that 5?
no, that was 5.
Okay.
But soft life.
Yeah.
We've seen you traveling a lot
Yeah.
over the last
Uh-huh.
12 months. Obviously, I know you've stopped doing your life coaching. You did a bit of business and then you transitioned into your Chantel Sachanna's hair butter, which has just been a complete sell-off. Was it a conscious choice to stop life coaching and transitioning into building a brand that gave you more time to travel and do the things that you wanted to do?
No, it actually wasn't. So during COVID, I was doing business coaching. One of my biggest offerings when I did motivational events, live events, and I was literally all around the country, London, Manchester, Nottingham, Leicester, and I had like lots of events coming up. I think we had like 12 events in the pipeline. I had my team who came out with me. We did events, and I love doing events. I absolutely love. I actually quit my job to do motivational events and do life coaching. So the life coaching and the motivation events was all part of one.
Right.
So it was just about like inspiring and empowering people. And just before COVID, I was doing loads and loads of live events. COVID came, and obviously all my events got cancelled. So everything, my business kind of, stopped.
Yeah.
So I was still doing life coaching,
Online
no,
and stuff.
business coaching online. But because all of my events got cancelled, it was like, okay, what what we gonna do now? Do you know what I mean? What happens now? But you know me, always got faith in God. And in fact, I even made a video about this saying, I went live on Instagram and I was like, guys, everything's been cancelled. I don't know what God's got next for me, but I know that God ain't gonna let me down. I'm one of his favorites.
Yeah, of
Do you know what
course.
I mean?
We are favorite. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
God,
man.
my God ain't letting me down.
No
And
way.
I just knew that. And you know what's so crazy, Melzy? Yeah? I posted a before and after picture of my hair on Instagram. Not about the hair butter. I was using that because I was kind of uncertain. And I posted a before and after picture, my hair all damaged and yam up and all them things, right? Because it was a physical representation of the fact that you can change, you can grow, you can flourish. And I just kind of did the before and after as an example of that. And people weren't that bothered about the message of you can grow and wanted to know, Shan, what have you been using in your hair? And I was replying to everyone, it's something that I make. Sorry, guys, you can't get it from the shop. And I damn it making it for you guys. Obviously, and I'm making this hair butter for you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a business. I'd been making it for like over 10 years, Melzy.
Really?
Yeah, over 10 years.
No way. Are you serious,
For
Shan?
years, Melzy. On my mother's life, for years I was making his hair butter.
Wow.
For years. I'd make some for my mum, and I know my mum didn't actually start using my hair butter that I made for her years ago until everyone else started saying it was great. Isn't that interesting?
That is so interesting. So it wasn't even like, I'm going to create a hair butter. It was just,
No.
me and my spiritual bag, I get me little
No.
natural things and make up a
No,
something.
I've been making it for years. And do you know what? I had a friend
wild.
back in the days, like years before I brought out the hair butter, who would always tell me, you need to bring this out. And I'd be like, I ain't got time to be bringing out a hair product.
Wow.
Years ago, he would always tell me that. But anyway, so I posted a before and after picture of my hair, and that was
I remember that.
representation.
That pictures, yeah.
Just of you can grow, you can flourish. And then I had DMs. There was even this woman who was like, I'm about to get married and I'm so insecure. My husband's never seen my real hair before and I need you to bring that out because I really want to grow my hair. And I started getting all these DMs, and it was COVID. I was at home, all my events had been cancelled. And I just thought to myself, we're going to do this. And baby,
You
we
did
did
it.
it.
So what was the process then? You already had the ingredients.
I
'cause
already
you
had
already
it.
making it.
Yeah.
So really it was just more branding and marketing that you needed to.
Yeah. So obviously, the first step was I had to actually make this a product. So before, it was like all the ingredients, I've been doing it for years. But just imagine if you're making like a brown stew chicken.
Right.
Right.
Love our brown
And
stew.
you just added this, add that,
Yeah,
add that.
yeah.
So now but if someone was to ask you how many milliliters of that, you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah,
me, it
yeah.
was about, I knew kind of how much I was using, but to bring something to market, you need to get it tested. So now you need to send the formulation over to a pharmacist to test.
Yeah. Is that how they do it?
Yeah. Well, if you're doing it legally, obviously some people are out here. That's why people's hair yam out because people aren't getting their things tested.
Yeah.
No. So now it was okay. I have to actually make this a product. So I didn't know this. So I just researched. No, you know what it was, and I would recommend everyone to do this. Phone up Citizens Advice.
Love Citizen
And I
Advice.
called them up. Literally, I had a chat with a lovely lady and I said, excuse me, I want to bring out a hair product. Can you tell me everything I have to do to bring this out? And the woman, free advice on Citizens Advice, told me what I need to do.
That's wild.
And I did it. Yeah, so you need to make sure that it's tested. The pharmacist will need to know the formulation so that they can test it.
Okay.
So I got all that tested. I worked with a designer from Birmingham, a guy called Dean, a very talented designer. And he created the brand for me, did all the product, the labels, the marketing, and
Sell off.
Here
Everything
we
sell
are.
off.
And then I set a day. I want to launch it by then. And then we were good to go. Website build. Obviously, I needed to sort out how I was going to send the product to people. So it's all those little things. But the most important thing was that willingness to bring the product out. And because I was so determined to bring this out, I just learned everything that I needed to learn. I made all the phone calls. I read a few things online, found who I needed to find.
Right,
And then
right,
it
right.
all just came together.
Wow, Shan.
Yeah.
And how many units have you sold so
Oh,
far?
we've sold thousands.
Have ya?
We've sold 10. We've sold thousands.
And I think because you had a strong brand before that, it was probably a little bit easy for you because you already had people following you
I did,
anyway.
yeah.
And your gram gives up soft life, pretty girl, curly hair. Pum pum smells like roses.
It does, and it actually does. Why you like Melzy?
Sounds like it smells like roses.
Everything's rosy around here. Everything.
And it shows.
Yeah.
So did that kind of contribute to you being able to travel? Because I find that we all have different purposes, right? But sometimes it requires you to actually be there. And what advice would you give to someone that wants to kind of stop selling themselves in a way?
Oh. We're all selling something.
We're all selling something.
Yeah.
Some people are selling more stuff than others, but each to their own.
Yeah.
So how do you make that transition from me not physically being there and let me create a product?
So for me, you know
Like,
what?
we need to know. You're traveling all the time,
You
Shan.
know what? You've got to be a queen at managing money. Like, you've got, and this is something that, I can't say, I learned this. I've always been a saver.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a positive relationship with it. You got to see yourself as like a money magnet. You've got to see yourself as someone who can make money, who can grow money. So for me, my first relationship with money was saving it.
Okay.
So before I even started to make money, as in like work, I would save money. So whatever money I got from a birthday, whatever money like anyone gave me or I got from a family member or my parents or whatnot, it was just saving it. Respect your money, understand that this is a great tool, get excited about what you can do with money. Second thing, go and make that money. Make it, whatever you need to do, make it. Focus on one income stream first. I see a lot of people trying to grow 10 at one time. See, I just focused on one income stream at a time. Let me master this one stream first, right? And then I invest money. So what's interesting is my passive income is lucrative because I invest it.
Okay.
Yeah, I invest my money.
Okay.
So it doesn't just sit there doing nothing.
Okay, it doesn't stop at hair butter or savings.
Active. It's active. My money's always active. It's always moving. And I'm always looking at like higher interest rates. How can I make more money from my money? My money just doesn't just chill collecting dust.
So you use like those interest accounts that kind of build up money.
I have a person. I have an investor. Someone.
Do ya? Yeah. Tell me, Chan. Talk the thing, Shan.
All right. So you know what it is. Yeah. You have to go out there and network. You have to find people and have conversations with people and find things to put your money in. Okay. Everything that I do with my money, I understand it. I know what's happening. I know my return. I know when I'm going to get it back, and everything is agreed. So I don't do stocks trades, not because I don't have anything against it. My sister does it, and she's making a nice pretty penny over there. But I don't understand it, and I can't be bothered to learn it.
Yeah, it's a lot. When people say trade in Bitcoin, I'm like, I need to spend 12 months to learn that.
To learn it. And I'm just realistic about my mind, my brain power, and what I want to learn and sit down and what I don't. So it's about understanding, what do I want to get into? What can I learn? What am I interested in learning? Go find the book, go research it. Like, I'm not going to speak about what I actually invest in because I don't want to give no advice because I'm not an expert. But what I can say is the books that I've read gave me the mindset to know I need to grow my money. Think and Grow Rich, right? The richest man in Babylon. You read all these books and it puts you in the mindset of really wanting your money to work for you.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, in fact, who actually really opened up my mind. Have you heard of Grant Cardone?
Yeah, his name does ring a bell.
Grant Cardone, I used to like follow him years ago and like study him. I went to his conferences and he would always speak about your money is dying in the bank. Don't keep it in the bank. Pull it in places where it will actually grow. And it's all these people that I would listen to and follow and implement, and that really helped me.
I think that's amazing. Like, and I think some of us do have a bit of a bad relationship with money, which I think sometimes can be generational as well.
It is all generational,
You know,
but you got to
and
fix it.
you
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. The generation's gone.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
But there is that level of, because I know when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I'm broke. Why are you telling yourself you're broke when you've got more money than everybody around you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it's about the words that you say. And sometimes it's also like not spending money as soon as it comes into your bank account. You know, really, really valid point about money, saving money, investing money, and also accessing the right advice and speaking to people about it.
Yeah.
Because the way everything's gone up, Shan, it breaks my heart to go food shopping right now.
Yeah, the cost of planting. It was £3 for a pound back in the day.
£3 for a pound.
I think it's like two for
like
£3 or
£3,
something
yeah.
like that. That's really
Stubborn.
hurtful.
It's very hurtful.
Because now it's like I still buy my plantain. In fact, I fried some last night. but now I'm frying half the plantain rather than I'll fry like 2 at one time and put it all on my plate and just eat loads of plantain. Now it's like it is what it is. But for me, it's understanding that just focus on making more money then.
And that's what it is.
Just focus on making more money.
Shifting your mindset.
Like I'm not really a cutter backer now. I used to be.
Yeah, but you don't need to be a cutter. You don't need to be.
But before, I got rid of my car, right? Got rid of my house. I got rid of a lot of things before when I was growing my business because I recognized I had to sacrifice. I wanted to invest money in my business, etc. So I am for cutting back. And if that's what you got to do, that's what you've got to do. But at the same time, focus on making more money. You will always be okay if you move from just how can I make money stretch and move into how can I make more. Your mind will open up to money making opportunities. You will just be on fire. So I always recommend that.
I love that. And is your hair butter really the lick?
Oh,
because
babe.
You've got nice hair anyway, Shan.
Babe.
And some people that might have a different texture. Is it?
Oh, it works for all textures.
Does it? Do you make them yourself then?
It's a handmade product. It's all in-house.
Really,
it's a
Shan?
team. Yeah, we all make it. Yeah.
So you've not like boxed that off to like a factory or something?
No, it's a handmade product.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's a handmade product.
So wait.
I've taught people the recipe.
Okay. Yeah. So you just have an in-house team that just makes it?
Yeah.
Nah, Shani, you're actually for real.
No, it's handmade in Birmingham, Melzy.
Are you serious,
I'm 100% serious.
Nah, I need to come down to the offices. That's so good.
Yeah, it's a handmade product. It's always been a handmade product. Everybody at one point has worked for me. Yeah, when I was new and I was just trying to figure it all out, and we had boxes up to the ceiling because I didn't have the systems in place that I have now. Everybody was working for me.
Wow.
And I mean, I got pictures of everyone working, everyone helping me out, us making it, putting it into the jars, packing it, everything. Yeah,
That's
all
great.
in-house.
You need a video of how you actually pour it in. Because people, I'm telling you now, other people probably thinking that recipe goes to a factory, they make it all up. I don't think people know you actually make it yours. Not that you don't actually make it yourself, but you know what I mean? Like when you get to a certain level and you've got a product, like say Nala's hair care, for example, like they would have to have a factory with someone that's got the
Oh yeah,
I
but
thought it worked like that.
a brand like that would always have had that because
So,
it was never a handmade product. Their brand, my product has always been a handmade product on the website.
ah,
Handmade, everything's handmade. It's hand. That is
okay.
the unique. That is not the unique selling point, but
But
that is
one of
one
them.
of because it was always made by me. It was always a handmade product. That recipe, I've taught people that recipe. It's still a
Wow.
handmade product.
Is that what makes it so special? Because from what you're saying is you've kept it all family and close by, innit? Which I think's a
Yeah,
positive thing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Do you think you'll ever expand?
Oh, 100%. So I've been kind of taking my time
Mm-hmm.
with it because there's so many things that I wanted to do for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being a woman from the area that I grew up
Mm-hmm.
in, you know, poverty, deprivation, I really, once I got to a certain place in my life, I thought I'm going to live, I'm going to travel, and I'm going to have an amazing time because if not now, then when,
When?
right? So once I had achieved the level of success that I had always dreamt of, that was when I thought, let's really live now. But what happens is every new goal opens up a new goal, right? So I could just relax now. I don't have to work now.
Say it again, Shan.
I don't have to work now,
Say it one last time.
right? I don't. Right?
That's like people's dream, Shan.
It
On a
is.
real, that's
It
people's
is. And
dream.
I've been in this space for a while and I'm so grateful and I'm so privileged, right? But nothing else will grow if I stay in that comfort zone now. And so for me, it's about acknowledging that. And literally over the last week, it's
Mm-hmm.
so interesting that we're having this conversation
Mm-hmm.
now because I've only started to think and I've got my team working.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some ads running. I haven't run ad done any marketing for my business. It's flourished from repeat customers. That's how amazing this hair butter
Wow.
is. My retention for my business is higher than 95% of customers of other of other
Company,
hair
that's
companies.
sick. That's sick.
This product is so elite because of the ingredients and the fact that it works and it's handmade and it's luxurious.
Natural.
I don't use no water in it. Most hair products you will ever buy, go look at the ingredients. The first ingredient is water. It's got at least 90% water in and only
Wow.
10% goodness. My product is 100% goodness. There's no water, there's no filler. It's just goodness. It's just food for your hair. Most products on this market cannot say that. So customers won't stick around because they'll go there, it won't really work, they'll try something else. My customer retention rate keeps my business going. I have not
Wow.
had to run a single ad in about 3 years. No marketing. It's just my customers keep coming back because
Coming
it's a
back to
great
you. Yeah,
product.
yeah, 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 yeah. Do you think it's helped though, the fact that you're pretty, you're attractive, you've got beautiful hair?
No, because it's not cheap.
No, it's like £30,
It's
£35, isn't
it's
it?
like
£40.
£27
Yeah, about
95.
£30.
It's a premium. No
That's
one's
true. That is
supporting
true.
and paying
That is true.
a pretty girl
£30.
just because
Nah.
she's pretty
I
and she's got
know.
pretty hair.
Talk it, Shan.
You, you
Talk it.
you you might buy it once, but my retention rate, I haven't done any activities to acquire new
New
customers in
customers.
years. My business runs off repeat customers. This is the most elite hair product on the market. Facts. No other hair company is running off repeat customers, period.
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 You can't talk about
Like,
Shani's
period.
hair butter.
Period.
Yeah, man. Pop
Period.
it. Pop it.
But in the last week, I've now got my team together and I'm like, you know what? Which is why I said it's so interesting we're having this conversation. I brought this out from a place of passion. Let me help women. So I can get so comfortable and stop spreading the word about my hair butter and surviving off repeat customers. Or I can say, no, I actually really care. And do you know, I went to Las Vegas last month, right?
Was that your 20th holiday of the year?
It was a birthday treat, right? Do you know I went to Las Vegas, right? Not one single black girl that I saw was wearing her natural hair. And the thing is, yeah, I there's nothing wrong with not wearing your natural hair,
Yeah.
wigs, weaves. Listen, I don't wear wigs because I would just find them too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't, I would wear a wig because doing your hair can be long.
Mm-hmm.
Switching up your hairstyles is great. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it that so many black women
Mm-hmm.
are just covering their hair,
Mm-hmm.
but not covering it with hair that. So other women might say, yeah, but white women wear wigs too,
Mm-hmm.
but they're wearing wigs that
Match their
matches their
hair
hair
type. Yeah,
texture.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We aren't
We aren't doing
really
that.
doing that. We're
Mm-hmm.
wearing wigs that are not even our hair
Yeah,
texture.
yeah.
And it's the conditioning that's been going on for
For
years. Our
years.
natural hair is not good
Good enough.
enough.
Yeah.
It's not superior. If we want to look luxurious and pretty, we've got to have silky hair that isn't ours. And like I said, switching that up from time to time is fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one day you can be rocking your curls, next day wear
Mm-hmm.
something straight. But when we've never even seen your natural hair because it's always
Mm.
hidden, it's like, what is the conditioning that has been gone on
Transpired.
for black women for so long where and also some other times the wig doesn't even look good, right?
Mm.
But we are so anti showing our natural hair that we'd rather wear a bad wig than
Then
show
grow
our
natural,
hair.
yeah.
So it's
It's
like
so deep rooted.
my hair butter has always served as an opportunity for black women to create a relationship with their natural hair
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to make it healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to bring out the best of your hair
Mm-hmm.
so that the majority of my customers will say, Shan, before I used your hair butter, I didn't like my hair texture. Well, it wasn't that they didn't like their hair texture. They hadn't found the right products that
Product.
really brought out their curl
Mm.
pattern.
And is this like all types of hair, Shan? Like 4C?
All my customers have all sorts of hair.
Have you got like a lot of customers that have really thick
Yeah.
because like even my hair, like my hair is obviously it's relaxed. I've been natural for a minute, but not natural, but I've worn my own
Wearing your
hair.
own hair.
I'm wearing
That's
my own hair for a
natural.
while.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it took me a while to get there
Yeah,
because
it does.
I went into that habit of weaves and braids and extensions. And a lot of it stems from our parents as well, because they were like, right, protective hairstyles for school. You can't go swimming in this.
Yeah.
And it has just become a conditioning thing
Yeah.
where you feel like, especially when I first started presenting and stuff, it was like, remember, I had my weaves and I had my little wigs. And now I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, some of these wigs weren't wigging.
But we'd
And
rather wear them than show our natural hair,
right.
right?
And it's not until, and I did have some moments where I'd have braids or I'd have a bob or I'd had short hair before. But this style for me is like me, even though I'm putting chemicals on it and it's not good, but I love this look for me.
Yeah.
And I don't feel pressure anymore to put on a wig
Mm-hmm.
or get braids. It's more if I just really
If
want
you,
to
you
switch
want
it
to
up.
switch it up, and that's a beautiful thing that we have
Right.
that option.
But I think what's happened is it's been passed down. Even
That it's not even an option.
it's not even an
And you
option.
know what?
And it's not even it's our generation, but the new generation now, they're wearing lace wigs at
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
And I do agree with you, there has to be more balance.
It's just about balance. It's about knowing that I'm beautiful regardless of how I'm wearing my hair. And what I do find is that unfortunately a lot of black women can't actually say that. They might say it, but they don't really believe it. And we make up so many excuses about why we're wearing a wig. And a lot of the time it's just because we can't accept the reality of when we look in the mirror. Listen, I've been there. Like, my mum relaxed her hair my whole life. I didn't like my curly hair. Me and my sister would always say that we felt messy when we wore our curly hair. And I did. My hair was always straight, babe. You know, I didn't like my curly hair. I felt messy.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't put together. And it's getting in the mirror and just admitting that I've got some work to do.
But I do
I'm
feel
gonna
like
work on myself.
I do feel like sometimes though on the flip side though, like as like a black woman kind of growing up, like your hair type was the thing for natural hair. So when black men did talk about hair or they wanted girls to have natural hair, they're not talking about us with our doo-doo plaits or cane row or a short 4C hairstyle. They're more referring to probably your natural hair as the, what's the word?
Palatable.
Ah,
It's more palatable in the eyes
in the
of
eyes of, do you get what I
society,
mean?
yeah.
So I do think there's a lot of more work for us to do, definitely. But it's also kind of like men will be like, oh, I want a girl that's natural hair, natural hair, natural hair. But are you going to date a girl that's got 4C hair, natural hair? Because do you see it as much? Do you get what I mean?
You know, I had this conversation recently with a guy actually, and he said that a lot of black women aren't even giving men the opportunity to see their hair.
That's interesting.
And he said, what does a black woman's hair look like in 2024 anyway? It looks like straight and silky because that's all men are seeing. And it's so interesting. A lot of the times, a lot of black women, we don't even give ourselves the time to experiment with our natural hair.
I definitely
find
feel like that's
hairstyles, figure out, maybe go to the hairdresser and say, I want to wear my natural hair. Can you help me work out a style that will suit my face and make me look fabulous? Have the same time that we might research into ordering like wigs or the money that we might spend. How much work have we actually done to take the time to enjoy our hair, find hairstyles that we like, figure out how to bring out our curl pattern.
We went through a period of time where a lot of people were doing up natural life.
Yeah, and then it went.
Like, it was like everybody was like, right, natural hair, dreads,
Yeah.
this, that, boom, 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 boom.
Like, it doesn't mean that you don't like your natural hair because you're wearing a wig. That's nonsense, you know, to say that, oh, she's wearing a wig because she doesn't like her natural hair. No, we don't know why she's got that wig on. It might have been easier for her to put on. Maybe she doesn't want to put heat on her hair to straighten it. Like, but it's about us saying that I just want my hair product is for those women who are curious about their natural hair, want it to be all that it can be, want it to be healthier, want it to be stronger. And my product serves as a solution for those women who actually want to wear their hair natural. My hair product isn't necessarily for those women who just want to wear wigs because that's easier
not your
for
target
them.
audience.
And that's okay. Like I want women to be happy and to have an easy life. If putting on a wig is easy for you and it makes you happy, then do that. I understand that my hair butter might not be for you, but my hair butter really is for those women who are like, you know what, having healthy hair is in my DNA, and I want it to be all that it can be. So where is a product that's going to bring out my curl pattern, that's going to make it healthier, grow a bit longer, get a bit thicker, and that's who I'm for. I'm for those women, and if those women are out there, then like they need to know that this hair butter is the thing.
Even my niece, her curl pattern, she's dual heritage, but her hair grows out like my mum's. So like my mum's hair is like, used to be like Diana Ross. Her hair was massive.
Yeah.
And now she's got dreads, and you pull her dreads down, they're down here. So I am literally Becky with the good hair. Do you get what I mean? Even relax. I've got so much body.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
In my hair.
So
like
good.
I am privileged to have hair like this.
Hair,
So my niece has got, and we've tried all sorts of products and nothing seems to be working. You know, to just keep the curls curled
all day. My hair used to be on a time bomb. Like literally, like you put it in, it's like 10, 9, 8, 7, boom, and then on holiday, what am I doing with my hair? Because
so it doesn't even frizz on holiday.
Not even on holiday.
Shan, I need to test this out.
Not even on holiday. I'm traveling. I'm going to humid places. You see me wearing my natural curls. It is staying. It is humid resistance. It's rich. It's creamy. No, nothing can get past it. It ain't moving. I dare ya. It's not. No, it's staying.
So did your hair used to poof out as well then and get thick at the back and them thing there?
Yeah, of course. My hair, right? And that's the thing. I didn't know what products to put in it. So when I looked messy before because it was messy, because I didn't know what to pull in it. So it was finding all these products, these water-based products that were really like drying out my hair. Like my hair butter, you drench your hair with water and then you put the butter on top. give it a scrunch. Those curls aren't moving, babe.
Shan, man. So your product's really the
It is.
Now, I need my package.
I'm sending it. I'm gonna send it
I'm
to
going
you
to do a
next
video
week.
with my niece.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, right, I'm
Oh,
testing
yeah.
Chantel.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how to use it.
Yes,
If you send me a picture of a hair tie,
I will do.
because that's what I do. Like if customers, people got questions, I say send me a picture of your hair type, because I've got little tailored ways of using it depending on your hair type. So yeah, send me
So
a
if
picture
someone's
of a
got
hair.
like really, really thick hair, 4C hair, what would you advise them? How would you advise them to use it?
I probably does it get curly when it's wet, or does it kind of stay kind of straight? Does it ever have a curl pattern to it?
A really deep, deep curl pattern.
What do you mean by deep? Like tight?
Tight.
Okay, you can use it how I use it then. But you drench your hair with water, put your hair in sections, right? Work it in, scrunch it. It will stay in. Now you can either do like overnight treatment. So if you want your hair to grow, do an overnight treatment.
With the same butter.
You're saying, but the butter is
So is that a true one?
multifunctional. No, it's like a 10-in-1 product.
Oh,
and
my
that's why
days.
it's all
Whoa.
we use. So the girls who use my
Okay.
book, we've thrown everything away. And it's a leave-in conditioner, it's a conditioner, it's a styling product, it's a hair growth product, it's everything in one.
Okay, now I get
And
it.
that's why it's all you need, because like, so I've styled
So it's
my
worth
hair.
the £30 because really you can go and spend
Yeah.
shampoo, conditioner.
Yeah, and a little, because it's got no water. So like these products that you just named, shampoo, conditioner, it's like 90% water. So that's why you need a lot of it to go a long way. You drench your hair with my product. That's already the water in your hair. Now you just need to take a little bit of the butter and then you work it in. You need a tiny bit. Like compared to conditioner,
You have to put loads in.
Yeah, you don't have to put loads in with my hair butter.
Yeah, I've noticed them. Other ones, Creamer Natural and
No,
other
it
ones.
doesn't go far.
It don't go far.
Like I sent an email, I asked my customers, how long does your jar last you? About 90% of customers said it lasts at least 6 weeks.
That's not bad.
So one jar would last, and for me, one jar lasts me 3 months and I've got so much hair.
And also, if you're using it for shampoo, conditioner, all 3 products, that's still good for 6 weeks, really.
But also, your hair's going to grow and get healthier and thicker as well. Those products are not doing anything but
Shan
making your
is
hair smell
not backing
nice.
down. She's like, yo,
Them products
them
that you're
products
buying,
are something
all
else.
they're doing is making your hair smell nice. That's all they're doing. They're not really doing anything.
And you
for
feel
it.
it. You can feel as a, nah, I'm going to start using it. 'Cause I can... Soft life, Shan. You need to do a soft life series, bro. This has been such a good interview. I just want to ask you another question. What has been your biggest achievement? And what has been your hardest achievement?
In what do you mean? In anything?
In anything.
Can I say something really
Go on.
random?
Random, let's go.
This is so random. I know you're not going to even expect this, but I went to the dentist for a clean, just to clean my teeth. He did his checks and he couldn't clean my teeth. He said, there's nothing to clean. He said, your teeth are so clean, your oral hygiene, that if I clean your teeth, I'm going to create sensitivity because there's nothing to take off.
Wow.
Like, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of the time we think our biggest achievements are money and business. I was so proud of myself that the dentist sent me home, and I'm a paying customer. Didn't take my money.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just like to say
Self-care,
that
though. Self-care,
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
health, looking after myself.
Flossing a day, brushing twice. Yeah,
Brushing my
man.
teeth,
Yeah,
them.
man.
And I stay away from sweets. I stay away from like acidic.
Yeah, because I've seen you post bare like vegan salads and stuff like that.
So the reason why I gave that example of like going to the dentist and him sending me home saying that he can't clean my teeth or they'll get too sensitive because there was nothing to clean. I'm just like, taking care of myself is my biggest achievement. My mind, my body, keeping myself happy,
So
just
important.
looking after myself. Like, I'm really proud of that.
Yeah. And that's a
Yeah.
good achievement to have because it's hard to look after yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard to take your vitamins and go to the gym.
I
and
got
have
no
to
kids.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know how the girl
is doing with kids.
cope.
I don't.
I can just about look after
take my
this.
vitamins, literally.
My biggest achievement is navigating this life and still being a happy and healthy woman.
Love that. And what is your advice that you would give to the listeners who really want to kickstart their new year in the most positive way?
Number one, go to the mirror a few times a day and tell yourself how much you love yourself and how committed you are to giving yourself the life that that little girl inside of you deserves to live. You have to be connected to the now and the little girl inside of you who had these dreams, who wanted to feel safe, who wanted to be loved. Give all of that to her. The second piece of advice that I would give is write down your goals every month and then break it down to every week.
Yeah.
So every week on that Monday or on the Sunday night, write down what you want to achieve for the week. And then every day, write down what you want to achieve for that day.
Okay.
So you're chunking, but always having the end goal in mind and write down what you want to achieve for that day. You need to start your day with a list of activities that you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't just let the day run away
Yeah,
with you.
'cause it could
Don't
be.
just be airy fairy living in the clouds. No, it's time to get really bad
Bit.
and really serious and really just pull up your big girl panties and say, because as much as I'm living that soft girl life now, please believe I had to do all that to get here. And that journey was real big and bad and serious. And I would literally, the monthly goals, I would stick them on my wall next to me. So as much as I was focusing on the day-to-day, on the daily goals, that monthly goals was always on the wall. And I would
Love that.
wake up and see my goals. I would wake up and see how much I wanted to achieve for that month, for that year. It was always in my face. There was no running away from what I wanted to achieve. I had reminders everywhere. Okay, and third and finally, look after your health. Put that on the highest pedestal. Monitor everything. What are you drinking? Drink more water. Just drink more water. What are you eating? Eat more fruit, salads, live foods, raw foods.
Yeah.
What air are you breathing? If you live in a city, go find a park
A walk
and
round.
walk. Breathe in that good air. Breathe in, walk. If you're not in the gym, if you don't like the gym, go on YouTube and find some home exercises that you can do. Keep that body moving. If you don't use it, you will lose it. So keep yourself active, keep yourself healthy. The thoughts that you have in your head, make sure that's healthy too.
Yeah.
Just create an ecosystem where you're at the center and everything that's going around you and in you is healthy as much as possible, and then have your little treats here and
Yeah.
there. But just really 80% of the time, get yourself a health routine. Gotta work on our health. Gotta have some kind of thing that you're doing to keep yourself healthy.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool.
It was so cool.
It was so
Thank
cool
you.
catching up with you today.
know,
It's
Melzy.
been years.
And I'm grateful to speak because I haven't spoken in years.
know.
I've just
It's been a
been.
minute. You've been
I
traveling.
haven't. But thank you. It's nice to
Where
chat.
can everybody find you and your products?
So Chantel Sachanna, ChantelSachanna, and that's everything. That is the website. That's the Instagram. So yeah, that's how you can find it. And my hair butter has been helping women to fall in love with their natural
love
hair.
that.
And I will never get tired of reviews from all the girlies sending in their video saying thank you and using the product, and it's just such a pleasure to be
Yeah.
able to give Black women the opportunity to deepen their self-love journey, their self-care journey, and it's like my biggest pride and joy.
Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Make Sense with Melzy. You can find us on all of your podcast platforms. We drop our videos on a Thursday and our audio goes out on a Wednesday. So you really need to click that subscribe button if you want to be in the know-how. Peace and love. We're out for now. Bye.